brought Abby Jo over to help with the Chevelle today. And Mike got her some water. She's drinking out of a dog dish here. It's a Chevy wheel disc. She's happy as could be.
That's a heavy Chevy center cap, Mark.
And we got the Chevelle up on the lift. And we're doing different things that was easier to do while we had it up in the air. So we took her out for a little spin today. And thank God it was just up and down the driveway because this front wheel was loose. And now the boys are enjoying a cool one because it's Saturday. And that's what you do on Saturday.
Somewhere.
And I got a project going on over here. Working on all the hood here. And I got all my bolts and nuts and different pieces and my little flaps here. So yeah, we're in good shape. Meldrum's Monster Garage. We're over here working on, no, not a 67 Chevelle. Although we had to move things around in the garage this weekend, so the 70 Chevelle's over on the lift. But we got the 70 Chevelle hood right here. And boy, is there a lot of detail to work on under this hood. And I think I mentioned it the other day. But now I've got all my parts laid out and my nuts and bolts and whatnot. So one of the first things you're going to do is there's the electrical door right here. Okay, I'll show you close up, but basically that prevents water from getting into your engine compartment. So it seals off the outside elements from your big hole here for the carburetor, okay? And then, of course, you got your flapper door that's mounted here, and that's got a big old vacuum pod. So when the engine, when you floor it, you lose vacuum on the engine, and basically this door opens up. So when the car's at rest, you'll see the door opened up, and when this car starts back up, the vacuum pod will help actuate the door shut. And then you got a screen back here. Excuse me. Like I said, this is electrical, so it's an electrical connector that goes to the inside door. We got a couple of rubber flaps here that keep leaves out and whatnot. We've got a screen back here. We've got washer, wiper nozzles to get mounted. And then, of course, we have the hood insulation to put in all these little pockets. And what I'm going to do, you can just set them in the pockets, but I'm going to put a little 3M adhesive on there so that they hold in there nicely and they don't get sucked in, because there's a little bit of a suction going on when the fan's going blowing, and it could easily pull this insulation off and into your engine compartment. So yeah, that's about it. We'll get this stuff mounted, then we'll get the hood flipped around. We're gonna mount it for a final time on the car. So I've got my tap out all your holes, because like I said before, maybe I didn't say it, but tap your holes out. Oh, and then you cut a couple rubber pieces here that will hit down on the, there's a little stanchions that come up off the car. And in the front, you've got a couple metal ones where the rubber stanchions hit here, okay? And of course, I got my hood latch. I gotta get that on too. We're waiting to get that back from the plater. So let me put some glue on this and get this stuff mounted up, and then I'll show you some close-ups on this. All right, so there you go. I got the insulation patted down. Had to do a little trimming on each piece to get it in there, fit there right. And here's the electrical door I was talking about. That opens up, okay, with the actuator. That the electrical connector will go right there. And of course, we got the vacuum pod for the door, okay. And then you got a couple stops down here, rubber stops, so that the door doesn't pull down too much. So this is for the vacuum hose, and the electrical wire will go down here, tie up through there. Here's the rubber mounts again, all around there. So yeah, I think we're all set. We can flip this over and see how it looks. Whoops, almost made a mistake there. I had these mounted the wrong way, which makes sense. If the water's coming in, it's going to seal here, and we don't want the cup on the other side. So thank goodness for Rick Nelson posting great pictures, and I always use him as a reference in his Chevelles. He's got a great Facebook page. So thanks again, Rick, for saving me.